Welcome to Rathalos Watch. This is the 21st episode of Should X Monster Return to Monster Hunter Wilds. Today we'll be talking about a recent freezing cold elder dragon monster from the 5th generation of Monster Hunter, Velkhana. As always, we'll delve into the monster in greater detail, covering its first appearance, overall reception, memorable aspects, visual design, combat style, and ultimately whether it should return to Monster Hunter Wilds. We'll explore how Capcom could potentially bring back the monster, what they should or shouldn't change, what new interactions they could implement, and how the monster could fit into the next generation of Monster Hunter in terms of mechanics and design philosophies. If you've been enjoying this series or want more hardcore coverage on Monster Hunter Wilds, then don't forget to subscribe and also feel free to join our Discord and speculate about Monster Hunter Wilds with passionate fellow hunters. Link is in a pinned comment. Without further ado, let's begin. Velkhana is an elder dragon first introduced in Monster Hunter World Iceborne, the G-rank expansion to Monster Hunter World. World was released on PS4 and Xbox One on January 26, 2018, followed by its PC release on August 8th of the same year. After about a year and a half, Iceborne launched on September 6, 2019 for PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. The PC version of Iceborne was later released on January 9th, 2020. Velkhana was not only a new elder dragon to the franchise, but also the flagship monster of Monster Hunter World Iceborne, and was on the cover of the game's packaging. As you can probably tell from the video, Velkhana is an ice elder dragon and prefers to reside in cold places. She is the queen of ice who is able to freeze everything in her path. She has full control of the cold, has a freezing breath, and is able to conjure massive spires of ice out of thin air. Velkhana did extremely well when it came to becoming a popular monster. She was voted 6th place in the Hunter's Choice for top monster during Monster Hunter's 20th anniversary out of a total of 228 placements. Her music theme was also voted in the top 10 music themes of the Hunter's Choice during the anniversary too. Velkhana can be first encountered but not slayed in a 3-star master rank quest, A Tale of Ice and Fire, where you first meet Velkhana and have to repel her. Then you have to repel her again by fighting her using cannons and Dragonator in a 4-star master rank quest, The Defense of Celiana. And then you finally get to fight her from start to finish in a 5-star master rank quest, The Iceborne Wyvern, in a Hoarfrost Reach locale. After you slay her, she can appear in all of the Monster Hunter World and Iceborne locales, even including the Run Vale, which I find rather odd. I guess elder dragons can appear anywhere. Velkhana can range from the smallest gold crown size of 2,336.45 centimeters to the largest gold crown size of 3,245.06 centimeters. She is weakest to thunder, fire, and dragon. Small fun fact is that you can cut her tail off, but she will grow a completely new one using an ice prosthetic. You may also break her head and wings. Why is Velkhana so memorable for so many players, including myself? First of all, she's the flagship monster of Monster Hunter World Iceborne, which makes her a central part of the expansion storyline. Being featured on the game's cover also adds to her iconic status. She has 3 quests dedicated to her, as I mentioned before, 2 repel missions and 1 final showdown. This alone makes her hard to forget. Then there's her stunning visual design and unforgettable soundtrack, which contribute to her lasting impression. But what truly makes her stand out is the actual fight itself. With that said, let's dive into her visual design and break down her fighting style like we always do. I should note that Velkhana doesn't have any variants or subspecies. Honestly, I think that's a good thing. It keeps her unique and distinct. She's one of those monsters that doesn't really need a subspecies to leave an impact. Velkhana's visual design is fantastic. She has the classic dragon appearance, similar to the other elder dragons like Kushala Daora, with a sleek, upright body structure. Its scales and armor are striking crystalline blue, giving it a unique icy look. Velkhana's head is adorned with a crown of small thorns, resembling a tiara. This elder dragon can summon ice to coat its wings, limbs, and tail, making it more formidable in battle. Its long lance-like tail is highly flexible, allowing it to jab at enemies with precision and force. In a nutshell, her design is simple, grounded, but yet elegant at the same time. Now let's talk about her fighting style. This is where Velkhana truly shines, if you ask me personally. Her fight is simply incredible. Velkhana will stab her long icy tail into the ground, trying to spike you back to back. If she misses, this gives you a very small window to smack her on the head. She has an ice breath attack where she freezes the ground in front of her. If you stay in the ice for too long, you'll freeze and lose a lot of HP. This move is easy to see coming, so just avoid standing in front of her. She can also breathe ice straight ahead, just move to the side to avoid it. This is a good time to either attack her face or use the clutch claw. When she's airborne, she may breathe ice from front to back by turning around in a straight line. To avoid this, don't stand below, in front, or behind her, stick to the sides. Occasionally, she'll roll her body and attempt to poke you with her tail. This attack has long range, so start running as soon as you see it coming. She might also perform this move while airborne. During her enraged state, she will breathe ice into the air, creating large icicles that drop down. If they hit you, it's devastating, so keep moving to avoid them. Sometimes she will cause stalagmites to appear directly in front of her. Just avoid standing in her path. She also has an attack where she breathes ice directly below her, creating stalagmites in a circular pattern that spread out. When this happens, you can't hit her, so just get away immediately. When enraged, she breathes ice ice while moving her head, so standing to the side isn't enough, you'll need to keep moving, but if you're quick, you can still land some hits on her head. She also has a lunging bite attack, which is easy to dodge by sidestepping or running, as the animation has a noticeable wind up. Another attack during her enraged state involves breathing ice from one side to the other. You can avoid it by staying behind her or using an obstacle. Sometimes she'll do a rapid back-to-back ice breaths in front of her, which are easy to dodge by happen quickly. One of her most dangerous attacks during enraged mode is when she breathes ice into the ground and does a 360-degree spin. This is the hardest to dodge. Use elevation, obstacles, or distance to avoid it. Also, her stalagmites may spread further and appear in more circles during this phase, so stay far away from her. That is her fight in a nutshell. I absolutely love it because she is constantly aggressive and keeps you on your toes. She was also a roadblock for many hunters, including myself actually. I think it took me like 3 or 4 quest attempts to finally get her down. But once you finally beat her, you will receive a massive sense of satisfaction and dopamine. So should Velkhana return to Monster Hunter Wilds? The answer is a confident yes. I believe she is the perfect fit for the next mainline entry of Monster Hunter for quite a few reasons. First and foremost, as previously stated, her visual design fits the style of Monster Hunter Wilds perfectly. And as previously stated, she resembles a classical dragon, far more grounded and way less stylized than something out of a Monster Hunter Rise. Assuming that there is an ice locale in Monster Hunter Wilds, I can easily see her as the apex predator during the inclemency period. She would only appear when a blizzard or some sort of an avalanche is starting to happen. I really do not see any other monster taking up this role whatsoever. It's an easy pick. It would also be cool if she was able to turn snow into ice on the ground, and if you walk over it, you start sliding all over the place. However, I worry this could get annoying if Capcom doesn't manage how often she uses these abilities. A cool idea could be for her to create ice boulders and fling them at hunters instead. In terms of interactions with other monsters, it would be awesome to see her freeze smaller creatures with her breath and consume them afterwards to regain a bit of health or stamina. In Monster Hunter World Iceborne, Velkhana does freeze and hunt smaller monsters, but I think they could take it to the next level in Monster Hunter Wilds and make it even more impactful. Additionally, Velkhana ranked 6th in the Hunter's Choice voting during the franchise's 20th anniversary, showing just how popular she is with the fans. Capcom knows how much people love Velkhana, and fans clearly want more of her. While she did appear in Monster Hunter Rise Sunbreak, I don't think that necessarily affects whether she'll be included in the roster for the next mainline entry. Keep in mind, Monster Hunter Rise was developed by Capcom's mobile team, which is separate from the main flagship team. Although they likely share ideas and collaborate, I believe the direction and goals between the two teams are quite different for their respective games. Do you fellow hunters believe that Velkhana is a good fit and deserves to return to Monster Hunter Wilds? Or would you rather see something completely fresh and new? How do you see her interacting with other monsters? Let me know your thoughts in the comments and tell me which monsters you'd like me to cover in future episodes. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit like and subscribe with notifications turned on. Peace out and happy hunting.